Adventist Christian Fellowship, or ACF for short, is a student movement. It is the student component to Public Campus Ministries here in North America Division. In today's 21st century, our university campuses are becoming very circular. Alternative truth and fact are being preached around as truth and fact. However, on these university campuses are Adventist young people who have decided to not remain silent, young people who have decided that they want to see Christ uplifted and recognized on their campus as source of truth and knowledge. And so they come together and form an ACF chapter. Here in North America, we have over 250 plus ACF chapters, and these chapters are growing every year. These ACF chapters serves to encourage one another on their academic and spiritual journey. Also, the ACF chapters is serving as a means to reach out to the campus to help share this good news of salvation that we have as Adventists to their university campus.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Wheeler. I recently finished my bachelor's degree at Andrews University, and I'm now continuing my graduate education at Stanford. Having studied at both an Adventist school and at a secular school, it's been interesting to see the differences between these two types of schools. In my 4 years of undergrad at Andrews, I never realized that the NAD has a program for Adventist students at public schools. I just thought that when you graduated high school, if you wanted to be around Adventists, you had to go to an Adventist school. When I began graduate school, however, I discovered that this is not necessarily the case. There are lots of Adventist students all across North America who are reaching out to secular campuses. Adventist Christian Fellowship is the organization that helps to equip, coordinate, and network these students all around America. In order to give you a better idea of what ACF is doing around North America, we asked some current students to share their experiences. We asked a variety of questions, ranging from how they got started in ACF, to what they're currently doing, to what they're excited about in the future. We've organized these questions in this video in roughly a chronological order. First, let's talk about some of the past experiences. Many people ask, how do I find an ACF group on my campus? Or if there is one, how do I go about getting involved? Let's see how some of the students answered questions along these lines.
You know, when I first got here, I was all alone. I had no friends, and I was really depressed. I was alone. Then I met Rebecca, and I met my other friends, and we started a group just to have something to do on Friday nights. Just to have something that I could do when my roommates are out drinking, when my roommates are out partying. I would have people I can study my Bible with, people I can pray with, people I can talk to and fellowship with.
Our AYF, Adventist Youth Fellowship, got started in 2007 when we had a number of Seventh Adventists joining the campus. So we had almost, I would say 20 plus Seventh Adventists on campus, and it was not efficient to travel to the sister churches who were about 15 miles away. And as a result, we started worshiping on campus, and eventually we formed the student organization. And from there, we started worshiping on Sabbaths and having prayer meeting, and also doing ministry as well, sharing literature, having Bible studies, inviting persons to prayer meetings as well. So this is how we got started in 2007, especially with the help of this lady, Mistress Art, who helped us rent a place. And also later on, she purchased this building here, so we can see this building, James Art Adventist Student Center, that she purchased. And we got to work on the inside, doing the renovations, installing the drywall, putting in the flooring, the carpet, and so forth. And today, this is the center that we're using for our church, and also to have activities where we can invite the community and invite the students to come and participate in the spiritual activities that we have.
I joined LSU in 2012, and there was no Bible study group. And because I came from Nairobi University, we had Adventist groups, so I asked a few Adventists, 3 of us were able to meet at one of the church members' house, and we started Bible study. And then with time, we decided to register a student organization of Adventist students, and we call ourselves Seventh-day Adventist Student Association. And sooner we learned that there is an ACF, and when we went to Houston, we joined the group and registered our group now as Adventist Christian Fellowship at LSU. I'm so glad and delighted to be part of the group. We have fun time during Bible study.
And so when I went off to university at Ryerson downtown, in my third year I happened to cross paths with Morningstar Christian Fellowship, which is actually run by two Adventist ladies. And as a result of joining that group, it's led me to study the Bible for the very first time. And after studying the Bible, after realizing just the truths that were in there, how it integrated with just all the branches of science, like physics, chemistry, it just made logical sense for me.
So I went to church and people from LSU invited me to go there because I study at LSU too. And I'm from Brazil, so I'm really glad that I can spend some time on Friday night and not be alone there.
When I first arrived on campus, I hardly knew any Christians, and it took me a little while to get incorporated into ACF. I didn't know about it at first, but once I found out about it, it's been one of the most positive things that has happened since I arrived.
Starting an ACF group is not something that's easy. It's gonna have lots of challenges. You're gonna make great memories though. It's something that's worth it at the end. But there's resources. There's lots of places to look for help. Reach out to your local churches, get support. Our ACF group here at Virginia Tech has the great support from the New River Valley Seventh-day Adventist Church. So I think the biggest thing that's helped us out as a chapter is that we have great support. So I would say to anybody trying to start one is look for help, and there's definitely always going to be somebody who's willing to give a hand.
Honestly, I just say just do it. I know it's a step of faith, but it is an opportunity to test God. If we're being honest, me and my friends, we really had no idea what we were doing. We still sort of don't know what we're doing, but we know that we have someone that does what they're doing. We took the initiative to find each other and to put it out there, and God showed His way.
Adventist Christian Fellowship does not exist within a vacuum. It's just one part of a much larger effort in the North American Division to reach students at public campuses. Before we continue with more student testimonies, we will hear from Tracy Wood about the Public Campus Ministries ecosystem in the North American Division. Tracy Wood serves as the Youth and Young Adult Director, as well as the Public Campus Ministries Director in the NAD.
Public Campus Ministries in the North American Division consists of 3 branches. Adventist Christian Fellowship is the student groups on non-Adventist college campuses. We have about 200 ACF chapters across the division. This year, we are in the second year of a 2-year pilot project developing a ACF student association. This association will connect Adventist students on public campuses with each other, with their church, with their conference, with their union, and across the division. The second branch of Public Campus Ministries is PCM Centers. There are 6 ministries that provide leader training to students on campuses across our division. Adventist Center for College and Contemporary Faith in Berkeley, California. Number 2, Advent House in Georgia Cumberland Conference. Adventist Campus Ministries in the Florida Conference. A new Mid-Atlantic area ministry. Campus, which operates out of the Michigan Conference. And Stride, which operates in the Boston, Massachusetts area. The third branch is PCM Chaplain Training. We partner with NADI, that's North American Division Evangelism Institute, to provide a PCM field school for pastors and students.
People have asked us what ACF means to us. Our school's motto is Ut Cruising, which means that I may serve. And so
we have made our motto, serve one another humbly in love.
It means an organization that can help young people, especially young Christians, so that they can find their bearing, and they can be anchored in God's word, and they can be involved in ministry, and they can reach out to their fellow men, and also, be used by God and be strengthened in their work.
ACF is one of my favorite ministries, and I really love summer camp ministries and music ministries, but there's something about campus ministries that is so different because we are set in like the perfect setting for missionary work because we deal with atheists, agnostics, Hindus, Buddhists, or even just people who leave home for the first time and are open to the idea of God because they're not under their parents' regulation or whatever it is. So we're just in the perfect setting to share the gospel. And so I'm just appreciative of campus ministries and all those who labor for it. So it's a community of believers trying to get closer to God and help others grow closer to God as well, while they themselves are changing as they grow into young adults.
ACF, of course, by the acronym is Adventist Christian Fellowship, but it means that, to me, that there's a group on campus who shares a similar set of beliefs as me and is very willing and eager to study the Bible and study it deeply and share it with others.
My favorite thing about ACF is all the craziness we do on the weekends.
Yes.
Our retreats are crazy. Crazy.
I don't know if we should even tell you guys what we do.
It might be frowned upon, I'm not sure.
We have fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun together. We learn a lot about each other, about God, about ourselves, and it's a good time with brother.
I mean, in our own name, Adventist Christian Fellowship, we have a strong focus on fellowship.
And Christians and Adventists.
Yeah.
My favorite part of ACF is definitely the community. It's something that is, it's a very strong community, and having that network here has built up my spiritual life and has helped me grow in my relationship with God.
I like that, everybody's of my age, just together of young adults, and we get to, converse about social things, about biblical things, and what affects us in our life, and how to outlive your life.
My favorite part of ACF would have to be the fellowship that we have together as students. Being university students, this is obviously a very stressful and sometimes very busy time of our lives, and just being able to pull away from all that to get together as students who are like-minded, who believe the same thing, where we can share issues that we have and find ways to support each other is something that's really helpful and really good in terms of my overall wellness. So this is one of the ways that ACF has supported me, and it's been a really positive impact on my life, and it would have to definitely be one of my favorite parts of ACF.
The part about being part of a campus group is the fact that you get to meet other students, and especially the professors. A lot of professors, they have this scientific type of thinking or this higher level of education, and they think that they know everything, but you get an opportunity to show them that, hey, there's the Bible which has explained everything that they ever thought they knew. And you also get that chance to interact with students who share the same difficulties that you may have on a day-to-day basis, and you are the medium that Christ will use to encourage them to study the Bible, or if they don't have a relationship with God, to start having one with Him.
I just love how tight-knit we are. We're more like a group of friends than a club, and it'd be so awesome to have more people join.
In our ACF chapter, we get together every Friday night and have a Bible study. We often have times to share how our weeks went, have some snack food, and just having that meaningful interaction with other people my age, and being able to talk about God and grow in our relationship with God together has been really special.
I think a big part of my decision to be baptized at that particular time had a lot to do with the people I met through ACF. The Bible studies that we would have, the events that we had, it helped me to understand that our faith, that the Adventist faith, isn't just about doctrines. It isn't just about like our uniqueness and what we believe, but it really is about it's about love. And I found that love through Mustard Seed, through ACF, through campus ministries. And I found that all the people that I met were very, very supportive. And it's almost like you can talk to them about anything, like you would with a family member.
Well, for me, it has affected me because being together with the youth and being active for God and also being used by Him, you get the chance to grow. And that has affected me. It has allowed me to get more serious in my work with God and allowed God to use me, and also it's given me some responsibility whereby I can then lead others, and I can also share with others and help them in their journey as well.
ACF has impacted my campus in that it's created this community here, and we're able to seriously think about sharing God's word with those on our campus.
We have shared a lot of our literature. We have invited individuals to prayer meetings. We have encouraged individuals. We have prayed for them. And I believe that because of the transient nature of students, they keep going. Most of the students that we've impacted, they have left the campus, and so we're smaller now, but we're still impacting others by being a source of support for them and seeking to strengthen them.
There is a lot of potential, I believe, that ACF has to grow, and ACF touches and reaches out to campuses, which is usually, it's a big mission field, a place that not a lot of people, pastors and churches tend to go, but as youth being there, we have the potential to make an impact there.
ACF is not only good for those who are being ministered to, but also those who are ministering. It's a great way to share our faith and exercise our faith in a public campus.
Well, it's definitely given, allowed the church to know that there are college students that are interested in learning more about the Bible and studying the Bible and creating this community here in Austin. So I think ACF has definitely shown our church that there are college students here, and we're serious about learning more about God. We're serious about a relationship with God, and we want to continue with that community while we're here.
We are very excited about the future of public campus ministry. Before we hear from students about what they're excited about at their local chapters, we are going to hear from Pastor Ron Piquel about ways that Adventist Christian Fellowship is maturing within the church structure. Pastor Piquel will also explain some of the training opportunities that ACF is providing to equip administrators, chaplains, and students. Ron Piquel is the pastor at the Adventist Center for College and Contemporary Faith in Berkeley, California. And he also serves as the PCM volunteer coordinator for the NAD.
Adventist Christian Fellowship is expanding around the North American division. The area that we are most focused on right now is developing support for ACF chapters. Campus ministry has been growing at the grassroots level with more and more student groups coming on, and then also at the division level where Tracy and I have been able to give leadership to campus ministry at the division level. But the areas where we are needing greater and greater support and growth is at the conference and union level. One of the things that's helping the growth of public campus ministry in North American Division is the training that we are providing. Campus Catalyst is a weekend training where we can come into a church or a conference. Preferably, we like it to be a union-sponsored training event where we can do an entire weekend and bring training to help local churches and student leaders establish or grow and sustain a ministry on campus. Campus Catalyst has been a huge way of growing campus ministry in the division, helping churches and students learn more about the broader perspective of public campus ministry. Another great training that we've been providing in the division is ACF Institute. ACF Institute is a week-long training provided by the division, and it goes for 6 or 7 days, and student leaders come from all over the North American division, from Canada and different parts of the U.S. And over the last 3 years, we've had anywhere between 100 and 150 of our student leaders, and every year it's growing. Through ACF Institute, we're able to provide training in campus evangelism and practical campus ministry, how to start a ministry, and also some of the particular issues that students are facing.
Is a great situation or a great moment for people to socialize, to get to know each other, to learn more about both their relationship with God and the people around them.
Important because of how many people in university are feeling lost, like they have no purpose, and ACF is just a good way to reach people on our campus in our university.
Well, just recently we were at Gobbler Fest, which is our club fair. And we were there, we had a wheel of prizes to spin out, and every single prize has our church information and our club Facebook page and our club information on. We provide Bible studies every Friday nights for anyone who wants to come out. We have beginner Bible studies starting Monday nights. On the weekends, we offer people to go to church, and we're a place where people can go, where they can hike, they can just hang out, homework together. We're just a chill group of dudes who are awesome.
I think a lot of it is just, it's getting out there, to not be shy. Virginia Tech is one of those schools that has thousands of like clubs going on and activities. So
1,100.
yeah, wow. So don't be scared about, approaching other people. So just getting out there. A lot of people are really open-minded. You just have to be willing to take the step and to reach out to somebody.
Well, we do that through activities that we have, such as Community Guest Day that we have every semester, where we invite our friends, we prepare invitations, and we have a meal for them at the end, and we invite them to come to our church on that day. So this is what we're doing primarily, to share ACF with others. And this semester, we have a seminar going on in October, and we're going to have the seminar on campus. So hopefully that's another opportunity to invite ACF to let other individuals know about the work that we are doing.
I'm excited to see where God takes us. Though we are small, I know God can grow, help us grow and help us continue to impact our campus. So I know that God can do anything for us, and I know that He has big plans for us here at UT Austin.
On our campus, we have a lot of outreach opportunities. At Virginia Tech, there's anywhere between 200 to 300 Adventist students on our campus that we have not yet met. We know about 20 to 30 of them, and so that is what I am most excited about, is finding other Adventists and really giving them a home, giving them a family at this campus away from their own church.
I'm most excited as to what God will do for us, especially in these last days. So I'm excited about the many hearts that He will reach in this community. Many people think that in Louisiana, especially Grambling, because it's in a Bible Belt, that it's harder to reach persons. But I'm excited about what God will do right here in Louisiana.
I want WASA to be a place where anyone can just drop by, have a break, talk to people who are accepting, non-judgmental, lovely people.
As students are coming together, they're recognizing, they're seeing the need and also areas of improvement. The students recognize the need to come together across the division to form a student association. And this student association that we have here in North America is serving as a collective voice to church administration, to inform them of our needs and also to advise them as decisions are being taken for students and for public campus ministries throughout North American Division. And it's exciting. For the first time, North American Division Executive Council, we are going to have 10 students who are voting delegates at this meeting. And what this means is that the student voice, the student perspective, and the student input is going to be taken or is going to be listened to as decisions are being made for missions across North American Division.
Over 22 million college students are on campuses across the North American Division. This is the largest unentered people group. Adventist students and chaplains can reach these people through friendship evangelism on their campuses. Please pray for PCM throughout the North American Division as we develop collaborative networks to reach students on public campuses.